Poke sat alone in the back. He was leaning over a sketch pad, drawing carelessly. What does that even look like? What does that even mean? Drawing carelessly. Teachers never bothered to question him. He never answered anyway. I felt like someone was staring at the back of my head, and I turned around. Poke automatically lowered his head, pink covering... What? His head pink covering his cheeks. He went back to drawing, and I too turned back to in my seat. Alright, dude, play the role of Mrs. Smith, dude.
Mrs. Smith said, holding worksheets. Everybody began to scatter as I continued to sit quietly. I was unfortunately the type of person who didn't have really a lot of friends, so I waited the teacher to pair me up. Okay, and then now okay, we'll switch off every paragraph. Now go.
Joe, go sit by Poke. Our teacher calls you Poke. She said sternly, handing out the sheets. I stood up, grabbing my books, and I made my way down to the aisle. I tried to ignore the giggles, the whispers, and small pieces of paper thrown at me.
I was almost to the back when somebody stuck their leg out. I stumbled, but never actually fell. I hurried to the back, grumbling some more choices under my breath, and sat next to Poke. You and your partner will create a story about anything in the world. It just has to be creative and descriptive. This will be like a week-long project that needs to be at least 30 pages. Use your time wisely. Begin. That's bull. Okay, now Mrs. Smith said, grabbing her phone while taking her seat.
Everyone immediately began to talk. Most of them weren't even focusing on the project. I looked over to Poke, seeing him close to his sketchbook quickly. What? Close. Okay, not close. Whoopsie daisy.
So we need to use all our time. Want to come over to my house later so we can officially start? I asked, knowing he wouldn't answer vocally.
He shrugged and took out his phone. He unlocked it and gave it to me. I put in my number and texted my address. Oh god, is this gonna get, like, sexual?
No, I read it over. There's no, like,
Okay, thank god. I'll see you tonight then? I asked him, smiling, and he nodded and gathered up his stuff. Time skip.
Nothing really happened the first night Poke came over. Oh, I came over multiple times. He was still in his school clothes. We didn't do much. It was quite boring until Poke spilled water all over him. I gave him one of my shirts to put on so he could dry. To be honest, I did peek a little when he took his shirt off. Go, keep going.
Other than that, we just started the story, which was a little hard because I did all of the talking.
Now, a couple days later, me and Poke are sitting on my bed finishing the story early.
And they both lived happily ever after in the end. I mean, it's a little cheesy, but it will do. I said, staring at Poke. He nodded and smiled.
We both stared at each other for a while, and I started to lean in. Oh, what the hell?
Oh, God.
I was about to close my eyes when he stopped me. He turned around, grabbing the small sketch pad, flipping through the pages.
He stopped on one and gave it to me, biting his lip. Oh god. I looked down, seeing a beautiful drawing of me. I sort of half-smiled, looking at Poke. I set down the book and grabbed his face. just grab your face. Thank you.
I said, connecting our lips.
Oh my god.
Frick.
Time skip. Okay, Joe and Poke, you may begin. Mrs. Smith said after getting the class quiet down.
I took a deep breath, grabbing Poke's hand, and began. Whoa, they're freaking already dating. And began to read our story. You can read the story.
There once was a man named Poke. He was mysterious. He was different. He was silent. That's a crap story. That's literally it.
I hope you all enjoyed this. Yeah, I didn't go to school today. I was sick, so I had a lot of free time.
Oh, that's not a part of it.
We're not recording. We're reading fan fictions.